Okay, let's keep this going. Adalogical Enigma number 8. Gentle patron, I should like to believe that I'm not alone in feeling the need from time to time for a measure of additional direction in my life. One looks to one's peers, one's elders, indeed to any resource that comes to hand. If one then is granted, if one then is granted, as it were, an arrow in the wilderness, it can be very welcome indeed. That's going so well up until that sentence. In this enigma, I've thoughtfully provided exactly such directional arrows to guide you. In the grid below, some of the squares that do not contain arrows should be completely blackened. Some of the squares that do not contain arrows. Okay. However, two black squares may never be adjacent, horizontally or vertically. Each arrow's accompanying number counts the black squares occupying the same row or column in the indicated direction. Alright, yep. Please note that there may be additional black squares not targeted by any arrow. Right. Your primary task, however, is to draw a single continuous loop that passes exactly once through every remaining square, neither blackened nor arrow-laden. Okay, I see. That loop mayn't touch, nobody says that. That loop mayn't touch or cross itself and may only make right-angled turns. Cool. Once you've completed the loop, you can move on to finding the final answer to my enigma, beginning at the lower left corner of the loop, traverse it anti-clockwise, naming the letter in each square. Okay, then we get a clue. Okay, so let's take a look at the example just to see how they begin with certain things. Somehow they figure out all of this. Presumably by first, so this is 2, so there must be 2 here. But then how does it figure out which 2? Okay, so if there were one there, it would have to go up here. Oh, in fact, if there were one there, there couldn't be one there, could be one there, there'd have to be one there. But then you wouldn't be able to go into this space and fill everything in. With a line, I mean. So the line wouldn't be able to go in here and come back out. So I guess that's what determines where they end up being, and then you know that those aren't squares. Okay. And that's pretty much all I get with this. I think this is one of the ones I got really stuck on, so maybe that will happen again. We'll see. But I guess I need to do something like that. Like maybe I can do it here with this 2. There's 2 here, and it could either be there, which sounds fairly reasonable. That couldn't go there, so those would have to have lines in it like that. Okay. Or like there and, well no, that's never good, right? Because the line could never come in here and fill that space in. So it has to be here. And then, oh yeah, and it can't be that one, because then the line won't be able to go and get the n, so it has to be that one. So it is like that. Okay, good start. Very good start. So I know that's free, I know that's free, I know that's free, I know that's free. In which case, yes, this has to go like this, right? That goes there, then there, then there, then there, then there, and maybe down, but I don't know. Because it could go to the left instead. Okay. I feel like when I tried this before, I genuinely didn't even figure that out. So I obviously wasn't doing very well. Maybe I was just dumber back then. It was only 2 years ago, so that's worrying. Whatever. Maybe it was it was probably longer than 2 years ago. Maybe 3 or 4, I'm not sure. Anyway. So there's 1 here. So where could that go? Basically anywhere. I think. Yeah, I need to remember that there may be black squares that aren't pointed to by any other number. 0 in that direction. That's interesting. So all of these are free. Let's just double check the numbers. Each arrow's accompanying number counts the black squares occupying the same row or column in the indicated direction. Okay. Yes. So there are exactly 0 there. So they're all going to be line. 3 here, that might be doable because it can't be this one and that one because then I couldn't go in there to grab the N or the U. And if it is the O, then it has to be the I because there needs to be a space between them. So it's not the O, it's the N. But the next one is, oh, well, so it can't be the U because I couldn't get the O, so it has to be the I. Sweet. Call that in. So those definitely do that. And come back out again. We need to go to that E at some point. So it would have to be now because there's only 2 ways into that. And then there, and then there. Cool. These may or may not join up, I guess. It depends on a few things. Now what? There's only 1 black square in that entire row. Interesting. Okay, there's the 4, and the 4's already got 2. Oh, I'm pretty sure I could do this again. Similar rules. Can't be there, and if it were there, it'd have to be there. So it's not those. Oh, shit. Let's fill that back in. So it has to be this one. Oh, yeah, it's the same kind of rules. It has to be that one, and then I kind of went a bit out the lines with that. Let's redraw it. It's a bit fidgety to do this, but whatever. And it can't be there because then we won't be able to get those 2 letters. So it has to be that one. That's like pretty much exactly what I just did with the 3 at the top. And then we end up with 4 above the 4. Those have to be filled in. That has to go like that. That has to go that way because there's only 2 ways in. So it's exactly the same. Obviously that has to go up. But there's a few ways these could connect to that. It could be direct, both of them. One of them could connect and go this way. Yeah. Although there is one. There's a square in here somewhere. If it were there, I'll leave it hollow so I remember that it's like just a test case. That would have to go down there. And then they could connect. Yeah, in theory that could go like that. Although no. Oh, so it can't be there because that would leave that A needing a line, but it can't get one. Okay, it is a fully connected, yes, okay. Connected end to end, it's a loop. So that would do that to that A. So then it could be here. If it was here, those would have to connect. And then these would need lines and they couldn't get them. Okay, there we go, I've done it. It's here. And so that means I know for sure that connects to that. Then we have that free and that free. These are going to have to connect, aren't they? Either immediately or over here. Or here. Here or here. Oh, I know it's not here because then a line couldn't get in here to connect these up because it'd have to cross over itself. Therefore, it's not there. These must go to the left a bit. And then they must go further because if they connected here, the A wouldn't be able to get gotten. Cool. So it keeps going, goes down, and it must connect that way. Sweet. Pretty good. This obviously goes like this and that. It has to. And then must go up. No, unless that's black. That might be a black space. In fact, maybe I can figure that out. If this were black space, that doesn't really rule anything out. I know I can't make this one black, because then the D would be stuck, and the A would be stuck. So I know for sure that's a line. But then I don't think I can say whether it's this one or this one that's filled in. The D would have to connect to there, but then could go like that. Yeah. Okay, now where? There's one in this direction, that's interesting. Could it be there? Well, it's either there or there, but I think both of those would work. Maybe. There's 3 in this direction, so there's 3 in these 4 spaces. What? How are they gonna fit? Wait, they can't. Have I gone wrong already? Those can't fit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like they'd be adjacent to each other. I've done something wrong. Where? Was it when I was doing this bit? Let's go back a bit. That all felt good up to that point. Maybe I'll do it from there again. Oh, okay, so now I know that goes like that. But, okay, so I did this one next. I figured the one can't go there, because that makes the A problem, yeah. Can't go there. Why? Why could it not go there? That would have to go there. Well, I don't think I did this, but it can't go there because that would have to be a line, that would have to be a line, and it can't go both directions at once. Okay, so it has to go there. I think I know what mistake I've made though. No, I don't. I don't know what mistake I've made. That has to go that way and that way and that way. A line can't come in here and do those. Oh, but it doesn't necessarily do that. There might be 2 black spaces in there. Oh no, there can't be one there. Okay, I think this is where I went wrong though. I was like, well, a line can't come in here and do this. But there's nothing to say it needs to. There might be a black square there. And these fill in like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Is that right? I'm going to need one square in here, and it can't be there because I've already got one there. And I definitely can't go over. I can't go over, right? That's how many squares there are in that direction. Each arrow's accompanying number counts the black squares occupying the same row. Yes. Oh, yeah. Please note that there may be additional black squares not targeted by any arrow. That's fine. Okay. There is only one in that direction. There can't be another one here. So that's free, that's free. But because of this 3 here, I can't get 3 in that space. So there has to be one over here. So it has to be here. That changes things. Okay. So that must connect that way, and therefore like that. But obviously I come here, I see. Okay, all good. All good. At least the error showed up very quickly. So can I work out the 3 here then? Because I need to fit 2 more in. If it were like that, it could go there, but then the A wouldn't be able to get gotten. And or there. That seems fine. Also, well no, if it were there, no, yeah, this also seems fine. No, it doesn't. That's not fine. Because that would have to go, that has to connect like that and that. But then there's 2, no, yeah, that could go down there, that could come around there, that'd be fine. This also tells me that there's going to be 1 in this space, because there's a 3 here pointing that direction, and I know there's 2 in here. The 2 of the 3 will be here, and then there'll be 1 over here, because there's a 0 there. Useful to know, I think. Anyway, I don't know if I can figure out exactly which 2 in here. Can I figure out this remaining 1? Can't be there. That's, I should put a dot there, so I know that. In fact, so that goes like that and like that. Okay, I think I can do this now. Because it can't go there, because that would block the D off. So here. Color it in. It's kind of hard to color in with the mouse. I tried to use my trackpad to do this back at the start, but which would be fine, but I've lost the pen. I don't know where the pen is. Maybe I'll find it someday. It's probably in the bottom of a drawer somewhere. So that must go like this. That's free. That's free. Doesn't necessarily mean the D is though, right? Yeah. These don't necessarily go that way. That might be full as well. There's no numbers in this column. Interesting. Could this go in this direction? Yes. Oh, yeah. Why not? Does this help me work out these 2 that I need to put in here? If it were there, that would mean that has to connect that way, and then the Y could never be gotten. It's not there. So that's a line. If it were here, oh wait, so that leaves 2 spaces, so it's those 2. Okay, sweet. I just realized it was 2 I was looking for, not just 1. So it is those 2. Color it in, so that connects like that and like that. And this must go like this. Nice. That's gonna have to be a square. Yep, that's fine because nothing points at it. I'll do. So that keeps coming down to the R. Okay, we're good. I've noticed there's a 6 up here, so there's 3 more black squares now. That's quite a large space. Where next? I know that's free, so that must go like that and like that. And that. That doesn't necessarily go in any direction. I know that's free. I know that neither of those are filled, because if they were, it would make a space I couldn't get to with the line. So they must connect like that and like that. And then that leaves 5 spaces here for this 2, which isn't enough to constrain it, I don't think. There's a 3 in here. Ooh, interesting. And there's only 6 spaces for them to go. So they're going to have to be one apart each. Either here, here, or I should draw the square so I know. There, there, there. Is there a problem with that? Can't immediately see one. Yeah, what about the other 3? Any issues here? Yes, because that would have to be a line and I can't get to it anymore. I can't get into it and back out. So it's not those 3, it must be those 3, right? There's no other way of putting 3 in there. Cool. I know I go through there and there. Oh, okay, I know all of these. That, and that. Cool. I also know there's going to be 2 down here because there's 3. And there's already 1, so there's 2 more. Can't be there though, because that would have to connect to there, and then I wouldn't be able to do that one, or vice versa. So it can't be there. That's a line. There's 2 in these 4 spaces. Oh, obviously that doesn't connect that way. That has to go like that. So there's 2 in these 3 spaces, and it can't be these 2, so that must be one of them. And the other one's one of these 2. If it were this one, I would not be able to do all of this, right? This would have to go up there. Yes, because that would need a line, so that'd have to go that way. And then there. No, that's doable. Like that. Okay. What about this one? Similar, I think. That's actually maybe more interesting, because I'd have to go up. Yeah, I don't know if I could get everything in this case. Why? Because I'd have to go up, and then either left, and then either this line goes up and does this stuff, in which case it can't do everything because it can't get to the A and the O, or it keeps going, so the else comes in there to do that stuff, but either way it can't get to the A or the O. So going left here makes this a problem. Wait, don't I know for sure that that goes, yeah, I know for sure that goes that way and that way. I should get back enough. Let me just follow through with that thought. So I can't go left. If I go up though, I have a similar situation. Like this needs to go there and there. I'd have to connect there, then I can't get the D. Okay. So it definitely goes there. That connects like that, that connects like that. This must go that way, that way, that way, that way. that needs some things. That goes like that, and nothing like that. Okay, I think that works. I could put some lines in here. Why don't I do that? That goes down there like that. That must go down like that. That must connect that way. I don't know why I don't finish off these corners. Whenever there's a corner, I have to go in both directions. So I should just do it. And then we have another corner here now, because that's effectively made a wall. So that goes like that and like that. And then the same is true here. So that must go up. Interesting. Interesting. So if that went down at all, how would everything connect up? Actually, there's a few ways that could work, I think. We have a corner here, though. That goes like that and like that. Then we have a corner here because of that. And then another one here. Nice. Oh, so 2 in this space. It's going to be the N, isn't it? If it were there, yeah. So it's the N. And then the O as well. It's that pattern again. Try to fit 2 squares into 4 spaces where they're adjacent to the number itself. So that's like that. It goes there, there. So these must go like that. That's a corner. But how do they connect up? I don't know. I guess I do know at least that this must not go that way and connect to either of... No, it could do. It could do. No, actually, could it? Yeah, potentially. Definitely can't do that, though. So either that goes up and left, or... and that goes down. Or this goes to the right and they connect like that. I think both of those are fine, though. I still need 2 squares here, interestingly. And I know that's free, so it's those 2. Done. That was quick. Nice and simple. That probably solves this bit now then. Because that has to be free. That's a corner, so that goes like that. That's now a... no, it's not a corner. That could connect like that. Oh, I feel like this should all connect a certain way, and I just can't see what it is. It's just this bit makes it difficult to know. Like, if they're connected, obviously, it probably... yeah, that tells me exactly what I need to do down here, but I don't know that they are. I don't know that they are. Because it might go like that, and then these go separately, like along here. Whatever, right? Do I know that those 2 aren't connected? Not really, no, I don't. Interesting.